Hey guys, Lord here, back in with another action figure review. Today we'll be taking a look at the Thundercats Ultimates Captain Cracker, brought to us by the fine folks over at Super7, as well as my good buddy Evil Villain. Click the link in the description below. And on over to Instagram, give him a follow, let him know Overlord sent ya. And yes, Captain Cracker. Who the hell is he? I don't know, but it said Thundercats on the box, so I'm gonna assume he's from Thundercats. And no, he's not called Captain Cracker because he's a tweaked out white person. He is known as Captain Cracker because, I don't know, maybe he likes crackers. Either way, he's got a parrot named Polly. In fact, cutting right to the chase and getting to the meat and taters of this review. Taking a look see at all Captain Cracker has to offer in terms of accessories. He's got two Pollys. Maybe they're twins. No, they are in fact the same bird. It's just one has its wings closed, one has its wings open, both of which have heads that rotate. Which is news to me because I literally just found that out before shooting this video. So there you go. You can make Polly an owl and have it turn all the way around. That's useless in every way. And kind of terrifying. Because he is a cyborg parrot after all. That said, he does come with a pair of fists. Pirates like to throw punches, I guess. And a pair of open hands. Right, yeah. He also comes with his trusty sword, a cutlass, if you will. As well as a little knife and a little wrench. And no, this is not some kind of weird Build-A-Figure to get gadget hack wrench from Chippendale Rescue Rangers without having to spend a fortune on it. Those of you who collected that Funko Disney Afternoon line will understand what I'm talking about. That bitch is expensive. But he does have a little sheath for this knife on his belt here. Pop up his arm. As high as it'll go. You can sheathe this knife like so. And there you go. I will say be careful, you could pop this out, and no, I would not advise trying to store the wrench in the belt. You will stretch it and possibly tear it because it is just soft rubber material. Holy crap, that was tight. Either way, taking a closer look at Captain Cracker and his alternate head that I just remembered. Whoop, there you go. Hi kids, I'm Captain Cracker. I just smoked a whole bunch of crack. Either way, I like the evil head myself. If you like the creepy Saturday morning cartoon show host head, then more power to you, but good weirdo. But as far as his articulation goes, his head actually gets probably the most range out of a lot of Super 7 figures. He can tilt like a mofo. He can look up. He can look down. And it's just a ball pig and rotate, of course. That said, he's got the aesthetic nailed. He looks like the character from the show. He's got his headband tied in the back there. He's got his little vest, his little shirt, his little pants, little peg legs, so he's a bitch to stand. He's got a peg hole on his foot. But unlike a lot of these figures, even though he's got a peg hole at the bottom of the foot, for a stand, the McFarlane Hockey Puck display stand does not work well with him because I think his peg hole is too big. That's what she said. But either way, as far as the rest of his articulation goes, his shoulders will go up pretty far. As far as your strength will allow. They can rotate. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a single jointed elbow. Feels like it gets a little bit more to this side than this side, but that could just be mine. He does have swivel hinge wrists. No appropriate hinge for holding weapons, because why the heck would he have that? But he does have a grip hand and a little kind of sort of grip hand on this side. It's more like a turn your head and cough hand. Oh yeah. He does have like a ball joint up in the torso, but it just kind of bobbles back and forth. Doesn't really do anything other than that. Doesn't even really rotate, which is weird. He's got a waist twist, though. As far as his hips go, he can kick forward and back. Not as loose as the Groon we looked at the other day, but not the tightest either. He can kick out, though. Back down. He's got a thigh cut. A little gummy in the thigh cut, but not like, fragile or anything. He's got a single-jointed knee. No rotation to speak of there, as far as I can tell. Yeah. Heck, he's got a pin in his knee. Look at that. That's surprising. Don't see that from Super 7 very often anymore. He does have a hinge in the foot, kinda, with a bit of a rocker, but it's either a steep rocker or he's just got a ball, or he's just got a disc hinge foot. And of course over here you just got the hinge in the knee because there is nothing in the peg leg, because it's a peg leg. Should have come with a little clear stand for that, I'm not gonna lie, but he doesn't, because of course not. Why would he? He only costs like $50. Why should he come with more stuff? That said, he does have a peg hole on the back of his shoulder for Polly to sit on. If I grab one quick, I will show you. But I will tell you, if you pose his arm in any way, this thing is just going to fall right off. So I almost advise against doing that. You're going to put this guy on there, pick one and super glue the bastard. Because it's just going to fall off like that. So, you know. Word of the wise, mod your toys if you need to. I'm not gonna. I didn't even mod What's His Nuts from the Worst line. What is it? Captain Dead Star. Probably the coolest looking pirate character ever, with one of the most disappointing figures ever, we'll say. But that's Captain Cracker in a nutshell. I will say, I think Captain Cracker's a little better than Dead Star as far as the quality goes. At least his torso joint actually moves. I mean, that's a plus, right? But other than that, you know, he favored aesthetic over articulation, and that's pretty much the vibe I get from Super 7, even though they do make some very odd choices as far as cutting figures up for articulation. So with that being said, it is time now that we move right along and take a look at some size comparisons. First up, here's good old Captain Cracker alongside a couple of average, we'll say, Super 7 Thundercats Ultimates figures I have handy. We got both Panthro and Lion-O, and as promised, yes, it wasn't the last time we were going to see Lion-O in one of my reviews of these Thundercats Ultimates. So there he is, rocking the sword, courtesy of good old Jaga, who we took a look at the other day. And as you can see, even though Panthro is kind of known for being the short guy of the Thundercats, he is still taller than Captain Cracker here, who I do believe is like a true 6-inch figure. He is just about 6 inches tall to the top of his noggin there, so there you go. Getting those two out of the way so we can have a look-see at how Captain Cracker stacks up alongside our two regulars, the Mythic Legion's Brother Mandibilith. Right there. And the infamous 11 Spawn, which I don't even think I need to do the head measurement there, because it is obvious that good old Al Simmons, as usual, towers over everyone. So with that being said, it is time now that we wrap things up with some final thoughts. Overall, and much like Groon the Destroyer we took a look at the other day, I think Captain Cracker here is another one of those Super 7 Thundercats Ultimates figures that excels in aesthetic and somewhat in accessories. He doesn't come with as much stuff as Groon, I don't believe, but he comes with enough for him anyways. He doesn't necessarily excel in the articulation department, which in this guy's case is a bit of a detriment because he is a little tricky to stand, and since the quote-unquote fine folks over at Super 7 did not include any figure stand of any kind to help support him, he is a little tricky to get balanced and stay standing for extended periods of time. I myself have had plenty of instances where this guy has toppled over like a freaking domino and dang near gave me an aneurysm. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later.